Hey guys, what's up? SuperKamiGuru9000, and this is our review of Naruto Chapter 555. Okay, so Naruto Chapter 555 starts off with Naruto trying to do the Beast Bomb, and he fails. And right as he's about to fail at doing it, the Raikage attacks and destroys the pillar they're standing on.
So before the Raikage can mess them up even further, Naruto lets Good Danzo know, hey dude, I have got to get in touch with the Eight Tails, the Hachibi. Otherwise, I'm going to be screwed. I have to figure out how to beat the Raikage. And Good Danzo gives us a little bit of redundancy in order to pan out the chapter a little bit. He's basically like, oh, you're going to need a comm squad commander. And Naruto's like, oh, where am I going to find one of those? But luckily, Good Danzo's like, well, I just happen to be a comm squad commander. And that just happens to work out like that. But we go back to Killer Bee, who's taking a really, really long piss. Which is funny because Naruto's busting his ass all over the place, but Killer Bee's just hanging around taking a piss. And
watching the grass grow.
Yeah, and Naruto gets a hold of the Eight Tails, and he basically wants to know how he's going to be able to beat him, and he wants to know where he got the scar from. And the Eight Tails is like, well, I used the Beast Bomb, I think, but I'm not really sure. It was kind of a stalemate, and that just shows how freaking badass Raikage really was.
Yeah, and when all that's going on, Good Danzo saved Naruto with the rubber ball technique, and it was kind of like a decoy. Like, he put Naruto in the rubber ball, and then he pulled him out at the last minute when the Raikage wasn't looking, and then the Raikage was chasing it like a little kitten, like, oh, and then he ends up cutting it in half, and then Naruto uses Sage Mode, which is something we haven't seen in a while, which is fucking badass, because we were really scared that Sage Mode was going the way of the Kaioken.
So, like most, I was really, really excited that Sage Mode got to come back. And basically what we learned from this chapter, we knew before that he had, like, extra sensory abilities with this technique. But now we know it's pretty much a spider sense ability. And that's how he's able to defeat the Raikage in this fight. What he does is, with his Sage Mode, he creates just a normal Rasengan. And then the Raikage is running at him, getting ready to hit him with his lightning technique right in his hand. And they both do, they're both coming at each other. And Naruto's able to dodge around him. And what he does is he uses the Rasengan to hit his arm that's using the lightning technique. And what that does is that pushes his arm into his own chest where his other scar was. And he uses his own technique against him with a Rasengan. And that's just freaking awesome.
Yeah,
really
it was
cool.
Pretty badass move.
And then he gets sealed up and everything. And it's really cool because Good Danzo has this analogy that he basically says. He's like, the third's sword was much stronger than its shield. And this is, of course, referring that Naruto used his strongest weapon against him. And, again, that just goes to show Naruto can use the Rasengan for anything.
And Naruto is not a dumb ninja. I mean, that was a pretty smart move, It's showing that Naruto is actually becoming a pretty thoughtful ninja in the way he fights people. And because the Eight Tails did not tell him to do that. He figured it out himself. Mm-hmm. Speaking of badass shields, Naruto remarks that Gaara has the best shield. And we all know Gaara has that awesome sand shield, and it has provided a lot of cool protection and a lot of cool fights over the Naruto series, and no doubt we cut to Gaara and the Mizukage, the French Mizukage, as we refer to him. And Gaara's looking all tired, and there's this thing saying water versus sand, who's going to be the strongest. And but that's probably the fight we have to look forward to next week, and that is the end of Naruto Chapter 555. Okay, what did we think of Naruto Chapter 555? I kind of felt it was more of the same as last week. If you didn't see Sage Mode, it was almost the same chapter as last week, pretty much, Naruto fighting Raikage. The ending is cool. It gives us some hope for a cool Gaara battle maybe next week, considering all these battles seem to get over in like 1 or 2 chapters, though. It's kind of sad. But they're not the main battles we're looking forward to, so I understand why they're going kind of quick. Naruto's smart this chapter. He actually figures out what the scar was from without anyone telling him. What else? What do you think of this chapter, Corey?
Again, same thing. It is more of like what we got last week. It wasn't anything too special. Favorite parts, again, were Sage Mode, just to get to see that it's actually useful and it has some use in the future. He was able to bring down a whole Kage with it. But again, like you said, he's getting smarter. He could have the author could have been lazy. He could have just like, oh, Naruto's just going to hit him with a Rasengan and that's it. But he went the extra
scar with the Rasengan or something.
Yeah, that's what I was maybe expecting. But to go the extra mile and kind of show that, Naruto's competent enough to, use that Rasengan to punch his strongest attack into his own self, that was just really, really cool. And that was all pretty much the highlight of the chapter. But like you said, I'm looking forward to Mizukage and Gaara fighting, because I'm interested to see the dynamic between water and sand. how water is actually going to affect Gaara and everything. But also, I can't wait to see if we can get back to the swordsman again, and even the possibility of seeing Rock Lee do something, and some of the other characters too, because there's a lot of Edo Tensei still out there. You know, Sasuke is still out there.
Kimimaro.
Yeah, I mean, Naruto is here. You know, all these characters are now officially on the battlefield, so anything can happen at this point. But, you know, next week it's probably going to be Gaara, Mizukage, and Naruto. So
for rating, this week we were thinking 7.5. So just pretty much what we said. It just kind of felt like more of the same as last week. It didn't really impress us, and Sage Mode was probably one of the things that kept it above a 7. In our opinion. So 7.5 out of 10 this week, guys.
Yeah. Not a perfect 10, but it's entertaining nonetheless, so give it a read.
Yeah, it was definitely a good read.
Here we are, guys. Time for the question of the week about this week's chapter, Naruto chapter 555. For this week, we want to ask you guys, who is going to win in the battle between Gaara and the Mizukage, and will Gaara actually need Naruto's help in this battle? Just let us know with your comments below. And if you also want to let us know what you thought of the chapter in general, please leave those comments below as well.
Also, I want to give one shout-out. I'm going to put an annotation right here, you guys. It's a person called Mew Mew Cecilia. She's cool. She really likes anime, and she's a good friend of mine. And she has a blog TV every night at around midnight Eastern time. She lives in California, so that's only like 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock her time. And I'm a regular on there. And check out her channel and give her a shot. Okay, you guys, until next time. Hey, you guys, before I let you go for this week, I just want to let you know a few things. I just bought a new video camera. Look at this thing. I know you're like, that's a point-and-shoot camera, Christian. Well, just check out this test video I'm going to put at the end real quick, and you'll see that it takes epic good video, and I'm really excited because we're going to use it at an anime convention that we're going to at the end of this month called AWA, Anime Weekend Atlanta. If anyone's going to be there, please come. You know, we'd love to meet you and meet some fans of our show and what we do online. Also, if you guys enjoy these videos, please make sure to give us a thumbs up, as it really helps our videos get more views, and who doesn't love more views, and it helps spread our videos throughout the anime community on YouTube. So until next time, you guys, SuperKamiGuru9000, out.
Ever since I was a little boy, people have enjoyed the sound of my voice. And I figured you either get busy talking, or you get busy dying. The work is really quite easy. Why, even right now, I'm just sitting in a chair, sipping some tea and reading from a script. The wall is covered with something that resembles egg crates, except they're soft and spongy. Like a Twinkie. Like a Twinkie.